I've been on holiday, so I hope you've missed me. It's nice to be missed. Everyone likes being missed. But anyway, it's good to be back. So, yes, I have been. I've been on holiday. I've been off to sunny Kitchen. I don't know. You know, like any of yous, of course, I had a week off from work, but I wasn't actually able to do anything and really go anywhere. But it was good. I rested. Resting's really important. And also I was able to do some of the things that I've been putting off for a while, like the garden. I'm not one for that. But that's the thing, I can get active with some of those things that I haven't been. And it's good. It's good to be active, and it's good to rest. So that's how I'd look at my last week. It was a time of rest and a time of activity. And within that as well, so on last Friday, you will all know this, Prince Philip died. And that's really sad. Life of service, that's what I say. He devoted himself to things, and he had a life of service, and he died. And that's another part of life. We look at things and think of me of activity and rest and death. I'm not going all morbid on you, so stick with me here. But as well as that, I didn't think about over this last week. I think about yesterday. What happened yesterday? Shops opened, gyms opened, zoos opened. Lots of people went to the hairdressers. I saw people queuing outside barbers and hairdressers everywhere. No, I didn't. Tanya does my hair, so I've been one of these quite fortunate people over this time that haven't had to worry. You can see my roots now, though. They're all over my head. Anyway, people all have been able to go out, and also, of course, the pubs and restaurants, people outside, them. And that's another part of life, a newness of life, a refreshment, something new, things opening up, and that's all exciting. And I've just been sort of like thinking over the last few days about these different aspects of life, of rest and activity, of death and new life. And it reminded me of something in the Bible, as it does usually. This is the deal, isn't it? And this is what it reminded me of. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Now, a couple of things. Ecclesiastes, probably written by old Solomon, but also it's chapter 3. There's a song by the Birds. Many of you all know it, and that's something different. But this is going to read Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1 to 8. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, and a time to gather them. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. We've had to refrain from embracing recently, haven't we? A time to search, and a time to give up. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. Seasons are what it's about, I think. I look at the reality of life is the seasons. There is a time for things. And I just reflected in my last week of different times in life. In just about any job. If you cutting my grass last week, what a holiday job. Fun. But some people absolutely love their gardens, and they get out there and they know when is the right time to plant something. You don't plant that now, it will die, you don't plant your strawberries in November. I don't know, you might do. But lots of people here, they know what their They know when to do these things. And actually, I was thinking about, if you've had a job, especially if you've been maybe a specialist in a job, you know the right time. You know. If you're a baker, and that's something actually I did on my week. I love to bake. I know when it's time to take the cake out of the oven. We know the times. We know the seasons. And my challenge, my call to arms for the morning is it's like, are we looking at ourselves in that way and saying, what's this season like? What's my season now? Are there things metaphorically that need to die? Are there things in my life which I need to cut out? I have personally, over the last, this is now 4th week, I've started running, would you believe? Yes. I realised actually this is time where I need to start getting a bit fitter. Couch to 5k, off we go. Okay? And it's hard. And one of the things I do in that is I've noticed I've got to change my diet. A lot less chocolate. Time for chocolate to die. But that's the fact, is I'm looking at this coming season and I think I need more energy to be able to do so much more. So I'm going to do something about that. And that's, as I said, the challenge I'm throwing out to us all. Is this case of saying, what's the season? Is this something that needs to die? Is this something that can be born out of now? Is this something you think, right, now's the time? Now's the time to take that out of the oven. Now's the time to run with that. Now's the time. Is this a time to rest for you? Because actually, a lot of people over this last year or so, it has taken its toll. Mentally and physically. Maybe that's, for you, that season. Or is it a season of activity where I need to ramp up what I'm already doing? But know the season. Look to the season. And, be aware of it yourself. Self-awareness is one of those key things in life which really helps. But there's time for everything. Be aware of the seasons. Let's respond to the season. Run with it, rest with it, birth it, kill it. Have a great day, everyone. Great to be back.